Okay, well, it is fantastic to have you guys here. It is lovely to have such a crowd gathered this evening on Christmas Eve and or Christmas Day, depending on where you live. And it's fantastic to have so many beautiful faces that are here and so many wonderful people to come join us and participate in the Minnow Town Hall. So this should be a fun show. Who knows what's going to come? Who knows what's going to happen here? But we're going to just invite the universe to go partake in whatever's going to happen, and we'll see where it leads us. So I put out a call for our very first caller, and it sounds like Angel is willing to go participate. So we're going to go grab Angel and bring them up here. And hopefully the mic is good, and hopefully the sound system's good, and hopefully the conversation that follows is good. So anyways, you're listening to MSP Waves Radio. I am your host, Skanky J, also known as Aggroed, who's currently sitting as witness number 11. My good news of the night is that I broke 9,000 followers. That feels like a big deal on a platform with like 500,000 people on it. Or 500,000 accounts. I don't think we have 500,000 people. But that's what I got. So let's go pull up Angel and see how this goes. So, Angel, I just pulled you into the live on-air channel. This is the Minnow Town Hall. How are you this evening?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm feeling great, actually, after those shows that I listened to.
Oh, you're sounding a little tricky to understand. I don't know if you're... I don't know.
How is that one? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's a little better now. You gotta either just talk extra clear on the mic or something, because a little bit of the deep voice in the accent is making it a little tricky to hear.
How is that? How is now?
That's good. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Congratulations! You are the first caller to call from Bulgaria. So it's wonderful to know that we have a Bulgarian audience now.
Oh yeah, we sure do have.
How did you find out about PalNet? How did you find out about Steem? How did you find out about this radio station?
I found out about Steem like 6 months ago probably, but I just registered and never came back. Now I regret that.
Yeah, now that Steam's up to $3, that would have been a good 6 months to have been poking around here.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. I used to mine crypto like 5 years ago, and then all of my rigs broke down, and I lost all of my passwords and all that. And lost much more money, so it's all right. I don't care much about money anyway. So.
Okay, so how did you find the Minnow Support Project or the Peace, Abundance, and Liberty Network? How did you find us?
Well, through Steam, like the first couple of days, I was just posting, and nothing happening. So I started, researching what's wrong with it, and then I found you guys in the community and researched more about it. And, 6 days later, because I started streaming like 6 days ago.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have more Europeans sort of like coming with their charming accents and bringing their different stories and perspectives into the world. And I feel like it helps us here to both grow us in an international presence, but also just hear from different perspectives than you might hear from some of the Americans that have a strong presence here, and also the Australians. And even the Brits. There's a good, healthy mix of international cultures here. So,
yeah, I've seen that. It's just great. I don't know, great community. That's very nice.
So what do you care about? What are you passionate about? What are you blogging about? What should we know about you?
Well, and I did it like for 7 years. On Twitter, I started doing micro poetry stuff. And I've been writing poetry like by now, and it happened, after I've been into one church actually. And next day, I don't know what happened to me. I started writing like crazy. And I don't know. Everything I write, I just write it on the go.
All right. What is your number one topic?
My number one topic is probably God and life and wisdom and how to live your life and all that. That's what I like to
And
explore.
what is your main thought about that? What should we be doing? What should those goals be? What um I mean,
Uh,
what's important to you?
well, what's important thing is I want to explain the world what love is because I don't think like 99% of the people they don't understand the meaning of the word love. What does it mean?
Well, what does it mean? What should we know?
Well, it means first of all, it means freedom. Like they say, if you love someone, you have to set it free first. I think nobody understands that. I don't know. There are so many examples of somebody saying someone and they just I don't know they misspell the word because the word is many people think that love is obsession. That's the sad part.
Well, how do you keep from going down those paths? How do we make it so that our loving experience is a healthy one in which the other person is free to be and do as they are?
Well, isn't that it's like it's called your kid can do so many things that you don't like, but you always forgive. So you can always forgive, no matter what happens. You can always just move on.
Yeah, the word I like there is accept. One of my best friends growing up was just a chronic liar. He would lie about everything, and it was fun. And he would just make up stories, and he wasn't doing it to cause harm or like really mess with. He was it was like a life experience, performance art kind of thing, not necessarily like I'm going to deceive you and hurt you kind of thing.
Hmm.
And one day I knew he was doing it, and I made a conscious decision to be like, well, I can either have my best friend who lies, or I could not accept this other human being. And it
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
You just got to accept the people that are around you the way that they are. That would be my interpretation of some of what you're saying here.
Yeah, and there is one other thing. If you want to change something, just change yourself first, because many people want to change this and that, but they don't look at themselves. Nobody believes that the problem comes from within, not from outside or anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's probably the hardest one, right? Because that's actually under our control, but it's hard to do and hard to live up to the standards that we want to set for ourselves, and especially hard when the times are difficult or the relationships are strained.
Well,
Doing
sure, but if you talk relationship, there is one thing that really pops up there for me, and that's trust. If there is trust and jealousy. If there is jealousy, there is no trust. If there is no trust, there is no love. And like 95% of the relations, there is no trust in it. So
so how do you build trust when it might have been broken? Because
well,
I don't think that many people start off trusting the other person, but then either their expectations were off or the other person actually did break some level of trust. So how do you go back from um, having trust and having lost it? How do you build that back?
well, like you said, yourself with your friend, you were losing trust in him, so you decided, better just accept him and start trusting him again, rather than just lose him, with your friend. So if you want to lose someone and you don't trust him, you can continue not to trust him and you will lose him. You take that risk, you have to take the chance, you have to give him that chance, for him to you that this time is different. And, if you give too many chances, yeah, of course, sometimes you have to know when to say no. But no, that's it. Just give another chance. Say, if you didn't forgive at all, then you wouldn't give a chance. So first comes forgiveness. After you forgave, it's very easy to give the guy a chance.
So how do you know when to no longer give other choices?
Ah, wow, that's a tough one. Let's say everyone has their, this pattern, repeating, especially in a relationship when you just make the wrong choice. When you make the wrong choice, and it repeats again, everything repeats again. That's the circle of life, actually, it's very simple. It's not rocket science. Everybody says, oh, it's this and that. No, it's very simple. You have a choice, when you make a choice, it's either good or bad. That's it. There is no in between. Make a bad choice, you're wasting time. So everything repeats again, and you come to another point of time, but same reality, same choice. You make the right one, then you move on to the next point of your farm or path or whatever you want to call it. So,
All right. So what are you? Is it actually Christmas over there? Or you're currently in Bulgaria right now?
I'm right here in my home. My wife just went to sleep. My two kids are sleeping as well, so I had nothing to do, and I've been like so excited over this Steam and finding new guys. And today, earlier in the show, uh, as well, some of my writings, and I was really pumped up. So I don't think I will be sleeping anyway this Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's hard.
And now this conversation with you, it's amazing.
It's hard. It's hard to sleep when the internet is there, because there's always more
Oh,
thing that you could be doing with the internet around you. So, um, okay. So what else do I know? Um, are you going to be doing anything special tomorrow? Or I guess you're going to bed now, so it's probably tomorrow already. What is Christmas going to look like for you and your family?
well, the thing is, I have a new baby born, so it's like 20 days old, and I cannot go out much with it at the moment. And probably will be staying at home with and we'll go out probably with my older daughter for a while, and then come back, have a nice meal, and just enjoy family time.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, congratulations on having a newborn. I'm very sorry for the sleep that you're not going to be getting basically for the next 5 years, but it's a ton of fun. I got two babies. I like those two
Yeah, of
babies quite a
course.
bit.
Yeah, I got used to it like long time ago. I'm not a really good sleeper anyway, so. And I practice some yoga nidra, which really makes you like 20 minutes of yoga gives you like 4 hours of sleep, which is compensates everything.
Yeah, what I really found is that happiness isn't necessarily geared around how much sleep am I getting. In part because I can nap just about anywhere at almost any time. Um, but it seems mostly related to how much is my wife able to sleep, and that any kind of like way that I can ease the amount of rest that she gets seems to directly impact the happiness levels in our house.
Oh yes, of course, of course. They want a happy house, you need a happy wife. So that's an old saying in Bulgaria.
Yeah, I think the American version of that is if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
All right, straightforward.
All right, Angel. Well, this has been a fun introduction. I'm glad to get a nice chance to meet with you and talk with you. And congratulations on your new baby. And many blessings on this beautiful day going into Christmas. And may your family experience happiness, abundance, and liberty, not only on Christmas, but going into the new year as well.
Well, thank you. It's been great, talking to you, and I don't know. I have no words how I feel right now because I've been working so I hadn't expected to find anything like this in my life. So, wow. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, no, this is fun. You guys are listening to Angel. Angel, what's your handle on Steemit? How should we find you in your work? Can you put a link in
Well,
chat?
sure, sure. The real one is Angel. I'd still write something else, you know.
I'm just waiting for him to type that out.
I share that without the symbol.
Okay. Well, that's great. All right. I'm going to go take a quick pause. I think I'm going to go listen to another song, and then we come back. Hopefully, somebody else will go join us in the waiting room, and we can go talk to our next guest. But I do want to say thank you for being here, Angel. It's a pleasure to meet you, and welcome to the Peace, Abundance, and Liberty Network and to the Minnow Support Project.
Thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure for me, and I'm looking forward for another conversation sometime.
Yeah, come back.
Okay.
Come back. We'll talk.
Yeah,
We'll
sure,
talk more.
sure.
All right, so that was Angel, who goes by, oh man, I'm not sure I'm going to say this correctly, but Angel Vasilinov, and you can find him on Steem talking about love. So let me stop this.